Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry for the brief delay. But actually, I'm pretty proud of myself. I got pretty close to getting started at the right time. So, I see chat here. It looks like my chat box in OBS is not working correctly. How do I mess with that? I'll give it a second. Properties. Yeah, I'm just going to remove it because I'm not sure. I'll do it here in the 2-table view and the 4-table view. Now it's gone everywhere. Everything good? Good enough. Okay. Hey, everybody. I can still see your chat. You just can't see your chat. Maybe before tomorrow, I'll get that figured out. It was a hectic day. I flew in yesterday. Had a really hectic weekend. I was busy all weekend. I flew in Sunday, which is yesterday. I also launched the post that EKW 555 is referencing right now. That went up on Sunday while I was on one of my 2 planes, and I started responding to comments. And then today I had some regular meetings. Monday is my meeting day, so I had back-to-back meetings, and now I am streaming. And in between all that, I had to set up this computer, new monitor, new mic, and new overlay, as you can see here, BetRivers Poker. All that to say, I did great, and I'm happy to be with you here now. All right, so looks like EKW is playing some 50NL. Let's hop in there. I am curious. I want to play some cube sit and goes. Maybe we can hit like a big score on stream. But let's see. We got not a lot of PLO running. I'm going to sit at, no, it looks like 50 NL is not running. So I'm going to sit at some 100 NL. And we'll start with just one table. I want to just talk to you all. I dropped the delay lower than usual because I think these games are pretty fast, and I don't think I'm going to get stream sniped here. I should probably drop that volume. Let me know if let me know how my sound is. Let me know if there are any issues with the game sounds being too loud, so on and so forth. But yeah, really, I just want to hang out and talk. Whoops. BetRivers Poker was a long time in the making. For those who don't know, the backstory, we launched, we planned to launch Run It Once Poker a very long time ago. We launched it in February of 2019, and then had a long, challenging road, some highs, some lows, some successes, some non-successes, and it culminated in a sale to Rush Street Interactive, RSI, who runs BetRivers Sportsbook and BetRivers Casino in many U.S. jurisdictions and Canada, some South America, Latin America, other, sometimes under other brands, actually. But anyway, and we went to work rebuilding the platform and made a couple of changes. The most notable change, what's up, Moonlight Master? Good to see you. Most notable change being this Rakeback rewards program that we were trying out, which the intent of it is to give away all of the rake that we collect. And I am trying very hard to make that a permanent fixture of BetRivers Poker. If you want to know how that's possible to run a business while giving away all of the rake, check out my post, which is, you can find it on my Twitter, which they conveniently put right there. I guess it's called X now. But check it out there, and I'll explain the plan. But basically, got a few months to prove that this system of really rewarding players, giving back, aiming to give back everything we put in. I have to say aiming because you can't technically know. And anyway, I really believe that it could lead to, everything that I want it to do, which is the success of this poker platform and the success of BetRivers as a whole. Um, and I mean, as much as the poker platform can influence the rest of it, I'm obviously not responsible for everything in the other verticals, but you can't take credit for their success there. But what I do hope and think is possible is that our poker platform here can contribute to their success in a big way, in a bigger way than it was going to before we had this idea. Laz Poker sitting next to me, hoping to take a stack. I hope you take a stack from me too. I'm being honest, but I hope I play it well and you suck out. Um, yeah. How's everybody doing? Crazy Time says, "What an exciting time! I hope the 3 month PA plan works out well, and we see some BetRivers Poker in Michigan next year. I hope for exactly the same." The plan is to expand into as many regulated states as we possibly can, and some other regulated territories eventually. Open under the gun, 2 overs, flush draw. It's good hand. There's not really a wrong way to. Well, that's not true. Folding this hand would be the wrong way to play it, but there are a lot of good ways to play this hand. The life shoe aquatic says, "Are the expressions representing playing style still in place?" Yes. So those are our dynamic avatars. You'll see after about 10 hands, I believe, that our expressions will change. This is an interesting one. He's going pretty big. I don't think he's folding. The question is, do I just want to put it in now or just call? I think I want to keep this player in. I think it's extreme. Basically, Lionel here, I think, either has like 7-5 of diamonds or a set or ace jack. That's kind of my read. Maybe like maybe an 8-7 offsuit with a diamond type bluff. The fact that he's checking now with 1.5x pot remaining, I'm actually so what I should have bet. I wanted to bet a little bigger. What I think is going on here is that he might be check folding 8-7, and then I was hoping to make Preston fold his Jack 10 because of having to worry about both of us. But Preston didn't fold, and Lionel hasn't folded yet. He said he raised, so I don't think he has 8-7. I'm going to call in. Hopefully this isn't you, and this isn't the opposite of what I said, where you play well and I play badly and I suck out. Okay. I don't mind that. In, and I failed to auto rebuy, so I was booted. Let's join another table. No, I'm running into an issue. Anyway, let's chat. I'll get this sorted. I wonder. Sorry, this is some of the things that happen when you just on your first day setting up. All right, all is well now. I'm back at the same table. I'm not sure. But yeah, okay. Just reading chat now. Glad the sound is good. Anthony says, "Congrats on your product running in the U.S. Good luck." Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a dream of mine to bring a poker platform to the U.S. and it didn't happen exactly as I had envisioned it, but I'm really excited about this. Liam asked if I went to Pennsylvania to vote here. No, I didn't. I mean, Nevada's a swing state too. I'm going to say Michael, but I might be butchering that pronunciation. pronunciation, Europeans cannot play on BetRivers unless you're in the state of Pennsylvania at the time, and eventually in other states. Right now, it's just in Pennsylvania that this is available. And BetRivers Sportsbook and casinos are open in many, many states, more states than poker is legal in the US. So the plan is to, as quickly as we can, I mean, I shouldn't say as quickly as we can, but the plan is to expand into more states when we are able to. Cool Cat, no, Canada can't play right now. Also, give me 1 minute. It's getting too warm with all this computer stuff going. So I'm going to go adjust that. So, yes, this is the Run It Once poker software that has been updated to work with the BetRivers platform and also to, well, make it sturdier, able to handle more scale as we're now connected to a sportsbook and casino and have a lot more players that, we're going to be able to bring in. Obviously, we're in one state right now, but Pennsylvania population is actually big enough to get some decent games going. We only just launched last week. I do want to say, Cool Cat, on the 100% Rakeback, I want to make sure that I don't mislead anybody. The aim is for us to keep none of the rake, to give all of it back. The way that we'll give it back is some in rewards that would be kind of traditional Rakeback, some in bonuses, some in, how do I call it? Kind of like spot. I'm not explaining it well, but rewards that are like incentive rewards. Like sometimes you'll get some rewards that are just directly proportional to the rake that you pay and the amount that you play, based on your tier, just like normal. We'll also be giving some back in free roll tournaments, in overlays, in in bonuses that are just related to all sorts of things. I mean, first deposit bonus, other bonuses. And so if you look at your direct, I meant to raise 2.5. If you look at your direct Rakeback, first of all, I believe in almost every category, we have the lowest rake in Pennsylvania, base rake already. But if you look at what your actual Rakeback will be in terms of direct Rakeback proportional to what you're playing, I can pull that up, but that'll still be quite high. But then there are other places the rake is going, but it's all going back to the players. Where the goal is for us to keep none of it. So I bet small, which was kind of whatever. I was talking at the same time, and I can't multitask. And I'm going to check now. Laz Poker with the Ace Jack. Yeah, I think you played it fine. My fear, if I were you, I probably would have just. I'm trying to decide what I would do. The turn is a really awkward spot because it's 1.5 times pot. So you could just shove the turn for 1.5 times pot, which you kind of want to do. You kind of want to end the hand. I might have just. I mean, I don't think it's solver approved. I might have just open shoved the turn, because the problem with checking is that when I have a hand like Jack 10, I'm just going to check, and when he has a hand like a flush draw, he'll check behind, or maybe Queen Jack or something. So, I don't know. It depends who you're playing. You got a fish like me to bet my ace high flush draw. So, I certainly think it was fine. Simon, thank you for the kind words. EKW, no, I still live in Vegas. I'm in Pennsylvania temporarily to stream, to play and stream. Rob, you are correct that, or at least last I checked as well, BetRivers has the only online poker license in Delaware. There's no there's no specific launch date that I'm aware of, and or can share, but well, both. I'm not aware of one yet, and I couldn't share it if I was, but it's on the radar. We're trying to get into every state that we can. And obviously, I mean, Delaware, in my opinion, I don't speak for the company. In my opinion's a really great kind of next or close to next one to market to get into, given that we're the only ones there, and Delaware players need poker. Mm, keep the questions coming. I do want to keep it casual and talk to you guys. Oh, I don't even see if I. Shaitan. Probably said that wrong, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Um, Lifeshoe Aquatic Splash Spot is coming soon. It's not going to be as big of a part of the platform as before because, well, we've got this whole new rewards program that we're trying to give away all of our rake, and so it's going to fit in as a smaller slice of that, but it's on the way. Um, so other questions about New Jersey, Illinois, Michigan. Um, we're trying the plan. So we launched this last week or last Thursday, yeah. So just a few days ago, and the plan is to expand into as many regulated states as we can get into. Obviously, not going to do them all overnight, but we're also not going to drag our feet. Two Flame, nice. Moving back to Pennsylvania in a few weeks. Excited to add this to my schedule. Awesome. I'm excited for you to try it out. It is the. I mean, one of the things that we I think did well was create a. If I can, I mean, I can pat myself on the back about this because we did some other things not as well, but I think one of the things we did really well was just create a fun platform to play on. That just and I mean, I'm saying this as a user, like it feels good. It's fun. Um, EKW, yeah, I think Pennsylvania joining the MSIGA is going to help for sure. I mean, the more states that can join and pool players, the better because poker's it's all about liquidity. Um, Dominic, I actually don't know the answer to that. If you can play via mobile while at casino property in PA, if I think the answer is no, but I'm just like drawing back a memory of a conversation I had, combined with the fact that you asked that question. I think the answer is no, but I'm not positive. Brad and Michael asking about, where does the motivation come from if there's no rake? And Brad, I hope this doesn't sound argumentative, but if the goal is to give back all rake, wouldn't it be more efficient to not have rake at all? First of all, it does not sound argumentative at all. You don't have to give that disclaimer, but I appreciate it. I explain it as best I can in the post. If somebody has a link to the post, actually I could find it and post it in chat. First, yeah, let me find that. Oh, that was an easy link to remember. Paste. So I just pasted it in chat, which means I pasted it a few minutes ago for you all. Mark Tyson asked if I'll play PLO tonight. Yeah, I'll play some PLO. Let's go ahead and see that. All right. I appreciate that the questions are rolling in now. That's what I asked for. Be patient with me as I catch up. Crazy Times kind of explains the plan. Yeah, so it's actually not to break even; it's to lose money, because if all goes according to plan and this works, and we rake nothing, we still have expenses. We have a team, obviously, that works on the software and customer support and game integrity and marketing and many other things. So not even break even; it'd be lose money, and make more of it back because, as I explained in the post, we're serving our purpose as a poker site in a multi-vertical gaming company like this, which is really to acquire and retain players. If somebody, let's say, plays casino on BetRivers and FanDuel and whatever else, I don't know all the businesses. Um, if they play on all of them, but their favorite poker platform of them all is the BetRivers platform, then they'll probably move more of their play elsewhere over here. And so even though we won't make money, even though like the company won't make money from the poker platform, because they'll pull more of their other play over to BetRivers, it ends up being more worthwhile. And so my goal is, I explained it much more eloquently in the post, but if the point of our poker platform is to acquire and retain players and is not to generate poker revenue, like that's not the primary concern, then let's really do a good job of acquiring and retaining players, and let's try not to generate any poker revenue. That's the radical idea that I'm hoping works, but it is going to require people to care. It's going to require us to do a good job of getting the word out, and get more people in the door quickly. Let me pull up. Seeing some questions that I don't know the answer to offhand, but the team helped me with a little FAQ document. Um, the so there is the initial deposit bonus is not instant. There is a playthrough requirement. Off the top of my head, I don't know the playthrough requirement right now. But it's a I'm forgetting the terminology for it. It's what other people are doing, roughly. Any reasons for not having chips available to be seen in big blinds? Do we have that feature right now? We will if we don't now. So be a good time to share. I've got a we do have a feature request board, and as you can see here, again, posted 3 minutes ago, Big Blind View is the current most popular feature request. So it is on the way. Not that necessarily everything on here will be on the way, but it also shows as planned. And so you can see in this, yeah, I'll just bring it up here so you can see what it looks like. I also has a rec ran up 23K stack and 1K PLO the first day this launched. Awesome. I mean, for him, and maybe not for some of his opponents. Not the best view, but basically, so you can see here, Big Blind View feature request, and it is planned, and you can see it has 17 votes. All in equity feature request planned, optional. Basically, changing the customization of the felt and the table and cards and all of that, so on and so forth. And so you can head over here. I just posted it in chat. You can also see the URL right here, betrivers-poker.nolt.io. Can suggest and vote for some things so that we can prioritize effectively. Let's see. Keystone, good to see you. Is giving all the rakeback to players a permanent strategy or just promotional for a short time? Wishing you all the best of luck. Thank you very much. So here's what it is. It is my dream to make it a permanent strategy. We discussed it with, the company at large, and they understood it, they got it, and they liked the idea. Um, but and and want to see some data. And so the plan is to run this for 3 months. And I think, well, I shouldn't say I think, I do think, and I hope that the numbers will show that compared to our projections and compared to industry standard, we are getting more players from poker to try other verticals, which is part of the goal. And compared to our projections, I'm hoping that because of this, we do get more organic traffic, word of mouth, media coverage, and really like players telling their friends. Also, if you're a player who plays poker and likes to sports bet, moving both of those over here rather than just poker is a way to kind of like, the more people that do that, kind of the more data I have and we have in our back pocket to say, look, this actually does work and is going to be best for the company as a permanent strategy. Because at the end of the day, as much as the company as a whole does stand behind poker and really like poker, they're a business. And so if this strategy is not going to be best for the business, they're not going to do it as charity. But I really think that it's a win-win-win here, where again, for the reasons I mentioned in the post and the reason I've been talking about now, although I'm kind of talking through it quickly. Yeah, I think for all those reasons, it is likely. Well, I'll say this: I think it's very possible that it's a really good strategy for us and one that can stand the test of time. Crapter says, I do all my sports betting / casino DGen on the sites that have poker. Your concept is 100% correct. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, moving around money is a pain. Exactly. All right, so I 3-bet pre-flop. I bet flop, check turn. Excuse me, rewind. I check flop. I decided that with a kind of weaker 10, it's not that weak a 10, but mediocre 10. I didn't really want to get stacks in, or like 4 stacks in. I thought maybe I could feign weakness, act like I have a hand like sevens or ace queen, and try to make some money in a different way. When the flop went check check, I figured my hand's almost always best. I went for value on the turn. Ace of hearts river, not a good river. Lionel, I know you're in chat with us here, so you're gonna have to tell me that you bluffed me. Queen of clubs, pretty bad. I want him to have hands like queen jack of clubs, king queen of clubs, queen nine of clubs. In terms of hands he could bluff with, flush draws, sure, there are some of those. I'd rather have a heart. Anyway, I think this is a pretty bad calling hand, and I am going to fold. Expecting to have some kind of ace. Okay. This happened a couple times now. Let's see if we can get chat up in here. Talk to you all. Maybe I have to open this. Yeah, Michael, RakeLink is giving a block message, even using American VPN. It should work for anybody in the US, or even if you or not in the US, but are VPNing to the US, the link should work. But if it doesn't, the best place to look is see if okay, I'm back. The best place to look that works this time. I'm gonna cancel auto remix. Doesn't like me today. The best place to look would be my Twitter, which is right below my face here. As I did share also a PDF, and then somebody else on Twitter shared a link that people could see outside of the US. We got an open at 2, a raise to 7. Here you can see with Hero IQ, which is this feature that in addition to dynamic avatars tells you, how many hands people are playing. And this player's been, same stats as me. I've been pretty solid. So I'm going to read this as strength and get out of the way. See, these two players to my left have been pretty tight. 16-8. He's played 16% of hands and raised 8. This guy has played 21%, raised 9, and has categorized as tight passive there. Whereas this player to my right, our friend in chat, has been loose aggressive, although we've seen some good hands shown down. So the UI on BetRivers, good and easy to get money off the site. Yes, in my opinion, yes. I'm not actively involved in. If you're asking like across poker, casino, sports, I'm not actively involved in, like the cashier functionality, finance payments is the word I'm looking for. But from what I understand, yes, they do a very good job. Mark Tyson will be back in an hour or two. I'm still streaming for some PLO. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Artline, it is US only right now. It's Pennsylvania only, but we'll expand into more US states. I've fallen asleep because I'm a nit. We do have cash games, sit and goes, and MTTs. No, there is a free roll starting in 50 minutes. $500 free roll. So if you want to get in without depositing any money, just play this $500 free roll. I would also expect a lot of these to overlay. So for example, let's see, is this one overlaying? Yeah. So this is a $10 buy-in, $750 guarantee. There are 17 players playing, which means $170. So there's a ton of overlay right now. There's still an hour and a half of late registration, but I would expect this to overlay. I'd expect most of our stuff to overlay. It's the first week. So if you're a tournament player, especially if you're like a $5 through $10 or $20 tournament player, you're going to have a lot of like free money, essentially, a lot of overlay in the next week. So get in soon. And also, for the reasons I've been talking about, I want to prove that poker players care about getting all their money back, or us giving all the money back, I should say, to be technically correct. So get in there this week, get in there next week, take advantage of all of that, and help me prove my point. I think there's just a call. I open under the gun. I'm a nit who's fallen asleep. So this player should not be going after me too much. Eric, thank you for the kind words. And I'm just going to fold on ace nine seven. I think I want to. Last poker said no bluff. Okay, thank you for letting me know on the ace high, on the ace of hearts river. Matthias says, given the goal is to get poker players involved in other forms of gambling as well, would it be an idea to pay out some of the 100% rake back in sports, free bets, and slot, free play, etc.? Yes, that is the plan. I do want to, because I want to make sure I don't get in trouble. Technically, we are planning to give away all the rake. It is not for every individual 100% rake back. But yes, so a lot of my three bet ace five suited here seems fine. I could obviously just call in the big blind, but I like to take a chance to be aggressive. Anyway, so yes, you part of the way that we can give more in rewards is through making some of the rewards in free casino bets and sports bets. And so the way it works is when you go through our loyalty store, you kind of earn iRush points, and you can use them on a poker bonus, which is essentially poker cash. However, if you do that, it will be at a lower rate than if you use them for sports bets and casino bets. And so you're incentivized to use them elsewhere, which is kind of I mean, the plan, supportive of the plan. So everything's very consistent, and you're absolutely right. Hey, Paul T. First of all, we don't allow HUDs either. We have a built-in HUD to level the playing field called Hero IQ. As you can see, it doesn't tell you too much. It tells you VPIP and pre-flop raise, so how many hands they played, 22%, how much they've raised, 11%, and over to the right, how much they've 3-bet, 18%. And it only tracks play on a given table, so not multiple tables. So I think this goes a step further, in my opinion. This goes a step further than just not allowing HUDs, because we offer HUDs that everybody can use that are simple to understand, as well as dynamic avatars that, like, you could tell this guy's a nit because he's asleep. You could tell this lady's aggressive because she's angry. You could tell this guy's aggressive because he's angry. So it's a lot more fair in that respect. And also, the fact of the matter is, sometimes on sites that don't allow HUDs, people find a way to use HUDs. And we do a lot of things at BetRivers Poker to make that not worth it, in addition to difficult. One of them being that we include the built-in HUD. The other one being that you have table alias, which means that on this table, our friend Laz Poker is Lionel G. On another table, he's going to be Bert F. So even if somebody were to somehow magically, illegally get a HUD that works for them, I mean, it's not going to happen realistically. But they wouldn't even have stats on you beyond playing on one individual table, which is what we have here too. But I'm going to keep playing. I'll be here for about a week and a half, Paul. So I'm not going to stream every single day, but I'll stream certainly more days than not. And I'll try to get a schedule out ahead of time. It's been such a hectic time in my life. So I haven't been as on top of it. Or rather as organized coming in with a schedule. But yeah, you got time to come in and play. Accidental Grenade says, PA native and streamer here, currently in Vegas, just joining to say good luck with the launch, Phil. Love what BetRivers is doing so far and can't wait to see you further disrupt the space. Thank you very much, Accidental Grenade, and have fun in Vegas. We swap places, I guess, for the time being. And I'm excited for you to try it out when you come back. AAA, AAA. Thank you very much. Matthew says, how many active players do you think are needed in a player pool in a state to make a good experience? This means you can jump in and find a game pretty quick at a full table. It's a great question, and you're asking the right question. The answer's not so simple, but you're absolutely asking the right question. It is all about getting players into the games, and keeping the games running often enough. It just occurred to me it just occurred to me that I should hop tables a bit, so other people hopping in the player pools get a chance to play with me, um, as that will make some people hop in the player pools more. I'm also going to share on Twitter that I'm streaming, which I forgot to. I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't mention it once I went live. These eights are just not gonna be good. And yeah, easy check fold. I will start paying attention to some strategy in a bit. Fold. Sounds like my team's letting me know my mic hasn't been perfect. A little surprised by that. Let me see what I'm. Make sure my settings are what they're supposed to be. Yeah. All right. Well, apologies if it hasn't been perfect. Don't think I have a great way to fix it right now, but I'll try not to talk quite as loudly. I'm a very loud person. Um, I am in Pennsylvania. Yes, the pad. Human. Um, I would encourage you to check out the post that is pinned here, um, which talks about how we're aiming to give away all the rake. So I called a raise from under the gun from the button. Flop trips. He check raised. I turned a boat. So there's no folding here. Try to decide what this player has. I think Benicio might have a hand like queens that checked. Maybe he checks his full range, or maybe checked to be tricky. And then when I bet small, decided queens were good. I could also just see a hand like queen jack that was just kind of giving up, and then I bet small enough, and it induced him to raise. But strategically, there's not much to talk about because I have a full house, and I'm not going to fold. So decisions have come easy thus far. And unfortunately, it's pretty hard for me to represent a weak hand here when I bet call 9-5-5 rainbow. So I'm just going to bet something kind of middling and hope that he finds a hero call with tens, thinking maybe I am doing something, I don't know, overvaluing ace nine or something. I say a nice hand to let him know that he Well played. Then he made a good fold. Oh, Corbett, thank you very much. I'm going to hop off this table and join. Well, I'm going to sit at a sit and go. So I'm going to sit at a $5 and just whoops, which looks like it's running actually. So I'm going to leave this table. Bring the sit and go over. Unfortunately, you missed the fun animation because I didn't think it was about to run. But next time I will do better. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll go to the two table view. I get min 3-bet, which I wouldn't recommend, although it might work, might get me in trouble. Let's buy into another one. Okay, so now we're waiting for players. Whoops. My Mac is being weird when I drag these windows. Okay. How do I want to do this? Let's put these here and adjust this. Thanks for bearing with me. I just set up this stream setup. That flop. All right, cool. So come join me at $5 sit and goes. You can play the cubed or the classic. So sit and go select is another one of our innovations from Run Once Poker that we brought over to the US. You can play a lottery sit and go. So these are, they have a prize in this cube over here, up to 7,500, excuse me, for the $5, up to 7,500. Similar to like what you'd be used to as a spin and go. But instead of doing the spin up front, we do it at the end. We reveal the prize that's in here at the end. What that allows us to do is combine the player pool for people playing cubed, the lottery sit and go, and classic, just the regular sit and go. You'll notice that I'm not gonna. I mean, I could bet turn bluff river, trying to get like called once by ace high and then fold it out on the river, but it's pretty ambitious. You'll notice that the buy-ins are a little bit lower for the regular classic sit and goes, just because the cubed sit and goes have an add-on, gamble that is a rake-free add-on gamble, which there are a lot of reasons for. Here we go. Got one starting. Probably didn't look as smooth for you on the stream as it was, but here we are. Let's play some sit and goes. Let's win $7,500. See, Alex, thank you. Yeah, I think that I don't think auto rebuy itself is having issues. I think that something my computer is having geolocation issues, which is something I've dealt with a lot in Nevada too. That something about the U.S. regulated sites, which have to use kind of third-party geolocation tools. I don't know. I've always had some issues. I don't know if it's a me thing, but what was happening when I was rebuying is it didn't think I was here. Anime, good evening. Good to see you here. Did I get to see that hand? Ace five. Okay. This player limp called ace five suited. Kind of good to know. I guess I'm peeling here with a gut shot, but there's not a lot of money left behind. Let's see if we can win this by the river. Bluff turn, jam river. PHIL. Sounds good luck with the new site. Thank you. From PHIL as well. I'm gonna fold queen seven offsuit. Paul's saying, I wonder if these people realize it's actually Phil. I certainly wouldn't think. He's playing in my 50-cent $1 game in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if some of them do. So when you, because of table alias feature, when you join a game, players don't see your actual screen name and avatar. They see a randomized one, but they see mine. They see my name and avatar because my account is special. So I mean, they're seeing this. I think they might believe it because everybody else has a first name and a last initial, whereas I have a first name and a last name. So I think they'll figure it out. All right, so button limps. We only have 10 big blinds. I'm just going to shove it in with a weak ace. These limps, they feel weak to me thus far. And I could almost do it with king deuce, but a little too crazy. You get cold called by the big blind who wakes up with queen seven offsuit and gets there. Good game, Amelia. And you can see here the glitch. This is the randomized. We'll shove ace nine offsuit. Sometimes you can randomly win a prize here, even when you lose, which there are a lot of reasons for, but I can get into that later. Let's play another one. That was fun. And it seems like the games are pretty good. I mean, you could earn a decent. I'm trying to think of an hourly playing a bunch of these $5 cubed or classics. What kind of ROI can you have in a soft turbo, or I guess hyper sit and go three-handed? Norb says, "Great beard, Phil. Any tips?" No, I'm actually not having the best beard day, so I'm honored that you would say that. No, I in the past I've thought I had tips, and then it just turns out it didn't make a difference, whatever I was doing. David Mendez says from Blue Fire here, please go reg the $10, 750 guaranteed. The thing is, I've had a long travel week. I'm not tonight gonna stay around for. I have to do this. I know I've kind of figured out. I think what I have to do when this happens, but I am not trying to stay around for a long. There we go. For a tournament final, because I mean I'll probably just win the tournament if I play. That's a joke, by the way, for people who don't know me. But anyway, yeah, oops. So on future stream days, I would like to get into some MTTs. But hey, more overlay for you, right? 29 players in the pool now. Still 400 some dollars of overlay. So, I mean, I got to start bluffing here with 7 high and the flush draw and the gut shot. Take it down. And here, I guess I'm just going to jam fives. More CBC. It's good to see you, man. Ulti, yeah, glad you like the software. It is, I think it's going to play better than. I think you'll like it if you check it out. I'm going to make a very exploitative small raise rather than shove. I mean, shove is standard here with jacks. So, Jeff, you're telling me about the hand that you had Jack Jack. I don't remember because we're on a few minute delay. I don't remember, but nice hand. And thank you, thank you. I'm excited to be here as well. Let's check. I'm gonna try to win this on the river, maybe on the turn. Actually, now that it paired and I picked up a flush draw, this player's been kind of fit or fold. It seems. Tim Bishop says, looks good, Phil. Congrats on the launch. I'm in Michigan, but I have family and friends back Pittsburgh way. I'll be heading back this weekend. I'd be happy to check it out. It looks great, man. Awesome. Yeah, please check it out and let me know what you think. Like hit me up on X and let me know how you enjoyed it. Let's just let's just start ripping stuff in. I actually think maybe I'll have maybe it's higher EV to limp more. But I like to get things moving. Okay, we'll limp this. No, we'll min raise. I'm playing very expo. Yeah, it's cool to see names from back in the day, isn't it, Moonlight? Boa, thank you very much. So I mean, I'm supposed to fold this, but I'm just gonna limp and try to take it away post flop. This player's been pretty passive, and because she is, I was gonna say because she is check folded so much, it leads me to believe that when she bets, she's gonna have it. So she probably has a hand here. Um, I still have a gut shot and a jack could make me a winner. I think maybe I should just fold the flop. I know it's kind of a crazy fold, but yeah, I'm going to fold the turn. Maybe we got the next one going. I'd like to win one of these so we could open up a box. Let's call a min raise and hope for the best. I sat out with a set. Oops. uh, let's bet pretty big here. I'm playing. I'm not playing that well. I mean, that plays fine in isolation, but I'm like sizing exactly how my hand wants to size and so on and so forth. Now we just have like 6 big blinds. Let's start trying to win the pots pre-flop. Interesting to see the call with 9-4 after so many folds, but we'll take it down. Let's see what we win. So the longer the box stays on, the better the chance we win something big. That was kind of fast, and you know we won a little bit less than what we would have if we played a classic, but not bad, not bad at all. If you guys don't mind it, I want to keep playing these. These are fun. I'm going to check down 6 deuce. No bet on the turn. I mean, king high makes a ton of sense. So I'm actually just going to fold this. Nice hand. As we get the next one going. Let's fold 10-6. Here we got ace king. First hand. We will take it. I feel like in my one table view, my camera was better somehow. Sit up straighter. Or maybe just adjust the... All right, so here we're going to jam ace king offsuit. There's already 100 some out there. Here we get min 3-bet here too. So I'm going to interpret that as not very strong play. We're just going to clean up these $5 SNGs. 7-5, I'm going to check down. And I would have bluffed the river, but now I have a 5. So I'm just going to show down. I think I win, but I might not. Not enough to get value. Okay. Get dunked into here. I have a 6 of diamonds. I have ace high. I'm going to call. Try to change the... like zoom out or something. Whoops. Timeout. Zoom out or timeout, or both. That's going to have to be good enough, I think. Cool. What do we have? Nothing. Now that I'm two tabling and this setup is not great for seeing the chat. Where are you guys? There you are. I have a straight, but it's a weak straight. Here I have a pair. All right, I'm going to play these hands before I look at chat. Okay. I'll start betting with trips. And now we have nothing. We play the board. Everybody's talking about how I folded jacks. I didn't know that I folded jacks. Fold. Thomas Parker asks, with the anonymous screen names, aka table aliases, will you be able to tag and note them and make it permanent? Oh, there, Jax. He didn't fold. He played them better than I did. You can tag them, and notes are actually about to be released, but or soon. You can tag and note them, but it will not stay. It will not carry over across different tables. So if you come back to the same cash game session and they're still at a table, so you still see their name, then it will maintain the kind of notes and relationship and stats in Hero IQ, which shows up here. But if you play them 3 days later, you're not going to note them. Your notes are not going to stay. We wanted to keep it purely anonymous so that there's really no advantage to using a HUD against the rules. Oh, wow. Nice hand, Leonardo. Good game. We'll see if we win a glitch prize. You usually don't win a glitch prize, but every once in a while. No. Okay. That's okay. I have some setting that is making it move my windows every time I rejoin or a new table gets added. Tiling on. Oh, yeah. Let's not do that. Okay. I think that should fix it. Jack 7. Let's limp in. See a flop. I have 2 seconds in my time bank here, so I have to be careful. I mean, I think I just bet range on ace queen, except for when I have a good hand, and then I'll exploitatively check. Min raise. David asks, there's an intentional reason that these buttons are so small compared to the bet buttons. We just didn't want misclicks. If I remember correctly, it was a while ago that we designed those. But really, like, besides the fold to any, you don't need to click that many of these. I mean, this is just an awkward situation. I'm going to bet, hope to fold out hands like ace deuce, pocket fours. But instead I get raised. I feel like I just have the odds to go with it. Something that I actually messed this up because I didn't see how short this player was. So yeah, like my equity is not that bad, but unfortunately I lose. Pocket threes, let's put it in. Jeff noticed a typo, thank you. I'll note that. That might be that's probably in our known issues if I had to guess, which I haven't looked at lately. All right, we survived. Let's try again. Ace queen offsuit. Let me see our known issues. We'd been testing before launching. We've been testing with a small group of beta testers, and you have to open it up to get more people testing to really get to the bottom of things. And I thought I was going to win that for sure. Okay, second place. Come on. Nope. All right, and that stays in place. Good. Up to set when I was sitting out. Okay, well. More hockey cards, please. Asks, can a state without a Rivers brick and mortar casino still hypothetically have BetRivers online poker? Yes, if they have online casino and sports. Okay, I'm gonna join a $10, see if anybody's playing there. Maybe I'll join a $1 as well. We'll just see if we can bank a jackpot in one of these. Okay, we got the $5 going. I'm gonna leave the $1. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay at the $1. No, I already left. I'm gonna go back to the $1 though, because I don't know. Some people might not have a lot of money on here. I want them to come try poker at BetRivers. If you want to just make a small deposit, or if you're already playing casino or sports. I mean, we're out here min raising, so let's keep it. Come join us. The water is warm. It's a little tempting to bet here and just try to thin the field. clear up some equity. Didn't do either of those things. Obviously calling the min raise, seeing if we could hit something. Just a little bit of something. Hopefully it gets checked around. Or they bet 20 chips, in which case we could stay in, try to hit our straight or our six, maybe even a three. Probably not. And both of these players have been min betting and min raising. I'm not going to try to bluff them on this river. It'd be a decent river to bluff. They don't seem like, well, I'm just not feeling good about it. Make this lay down. I'm surprised at how that the Omaha lobby is not doing so hot right now. We got a lot of no limit cash action. We got some tournament action. I'm going to sit at 20 PLO if anybody wants to join. You don't have to. Just want to give people some options if they'd like to play with me. Maybe some tournaments tomorrow. Or let's see. Oh, the free roll is a hyper. Maybe I could play a hyper. Maybe I can play a hyper free roll. I feel bad taking the free roll money. Yeah, I'm gonna register for the free roll for $0. I'm gonna try to win 500. Get in there. It starts in 11 minutes. Is there late reg? Yeah, there's 1 hour of late registration. So you got an hour and 10 minutes to get into the $500 free roll if you're in Pennsylvania. No real reason not to, in my humble opinion. Okay, here we go with $10 cube sit and go. This will be exciting. Our biggest one yet. Up to 15,000 for first. I could jam this, but I'm just going to call and play post flop. I feel like I probably have a post flop edge in these games. Potentially, I mean, I think I do. I probably have a big one, is what I meant to say. Although here I'm just a nit, folding every single hand, it seems. All right, there we go. Shut that in. Ace five suited, let's just. So there's 220 out there. I could just shove and try to end it. Oh, we're getting another one here too. All right. So that's good. All right, we're gonna have to win one of these spin and goes eventually. Hey, glitch prize, $1.25 for nothing, for losing. As it turns out, that was fun. Timing out everywhere. By everywhere, I mean the one table over there. Queens. Let's just keep betting. Super Fosse, yes, this is American only. This is we just launched in Pennsylvania and will expand to more states as time goes on. Obviously, only a handful of states that have legal online poker in the US. Be aiming to get into as many of those as possible as soon as it makes sense for us to. I'm going to 60. I'm going to shove this in. I'm going to fold Jack 10 here, actually. All right, we're flipping. Looking good. Looking better. Looking great. Looks like we got some PLO running as well. I will get that on the screen as soon as one of these ends. I don't want to go to a 4-table view. It's a little much. Queen 7, let's check. King Jack, I just went with a big bet here. I think the board's draw heavy enough. People aren't going to fold a queen. Line's going up. Here with Queen 7, not going to fold a pair just yet. Now let's see if flop with 8-4. Jack 9. I think, Elena, you could value bet that river with Jack 9. Really only lose to a king there. I'm not going to be check calling better on the turn much. And I'm not going to hit the king too often. All right, ace queen. Rip it in. Fold. 9-4 off. More hockey cards, please. Okay, awesome. Maybe you did join PLO already, because the game did get running. Here, I'm going to shove a7 offsuit. This player's a little bit deep. I like this feature. The cube starts moving when you go all in. Defend 5-3 suited. Pretty poor flop. Check. We'll go check on turn. Do I want to bluff the river with 5 high? Probably. But I don't get the opportunity to. I'm not going to mess around on the turn. Moonlight Master says I could also just play very loose in the $10 buy-in. That is true. I'm going to check fold bottom pair here to a big bet in a multi-way pot. Okay, I got to redo this again. Okay. Yeah, I think it is a me issue. I need to figure out this. Ace 9. You can't see. I'll move this over, I guess. Dun, dun, dun. Got a lot going on, but I'm going to 3-bet this hand. Move this out of the way. Eek. So we 3-bet. We're in position. We got a lot of stuff happening, but it's not. I don't know if it's the right amount of stuff. I'm going to check back. Let's see if we can win this another way. And now I'm going to check and bluff river. Actually, I might not need to bluff the river now, because I beat non-full houses now that I hit the 9, unless he has king 9 or ace 9. I'm going to check, thinking that I'm not going to get him to fold a full house often enough. I did have a... Oh, wow. I'm such a fish. I'm playing too many tables. That's not how PLO works. I'm new to PLO, so I didn't understand the hand rankings. Um, but as it turns out, you have to use 3 cards from the board, 2 from your hand. I'm gonna fold 8 high here. I might have gotten called there by Ace King, but obviously fish play. I'm gonna shove kind of any 2 here. Just thinking that, well, thinking incorrectly that I would get fold. Here we got all in with 8s, we're gonna lose. Here we got all in with queen deuce, we lose. Are we gonna get the glitch prize? No. If anybody knows how how PLO works, let me know. World, it's on promotion, right? Hope everything goes well, Phil. Not sure what you mean by on promotion, but thank you. I hope everything goes well too. I'm gonna fold this to the 3-bet jam. David asking if we'll come to Europe. There are no immediate plans to come to Europe. I think the regulatory situation would need to be different. Our business goals would need to be different. Kilo says brings back great memories seeing this avatar. For me too. For me too. All right, let's raise this up. Let's remember the rules of PLO as we play this one post flop. Six. We could rip this in. Let's just rip this in. We got trapped by ace 3, and we're in trouble. I really wanted to win a sit and go for you guys. We get called. Interesting flop. Go ahead and bet. Really interesting spot here on the turn. I mean, I think our hand is too good to check. It's too good to check. All right, good game. Sit and goes don't seem to be meant to be. And now that we have the second nuts on the river, so unimproved, I was going to check back, but now I just have a bet. Do I pot it or do I bet smaller? I bet smaller. There's not much rhyme or reason to that. It doesn't matter too much. I'll play another $5 spin. We got to win one of these. Well, we did already win one. We got to win another. I have high expectations for myself. Trevor asks, any plans for Ontario, Canada? Oh, here, the free roll starting. That's exciting. All right, let's unregister. Play the free roll. So that is more likely to be on the horizon than Europe, as it is a regulated North American environment, or jurisdiction, I should say. And we are trying to expand to as many of those as we can in, well, the Americas, as far as I understand it. See who she says signed up to your training site earlier today. Funny enough. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. I guess you probably haven't watched many videos yet, but I mean, Run It Once has a lot of videos to offer. So I'm curious if you have any questions about where to get started. Let me know what you're playing and what you're thinking about starting with, and what you signed up for. Did you sign up for Elite, Essential? Did you get a course? Pocket tens and a free roll. This is a good c-bet hand. Bottom pair, backdoors. And we'll lay it down. Justice asks, where's the high stakes at? So I could, what's the highest I could hop into right now? Nothing too big is running. 200 no limit. I could hop into. But let's stick with this. We'll play the 20 PLO. We'll play this free roll. So very low stakes stuff. And let's just have some fun. Catch up with you all. It's my first day in this new setup streaming. Already had some glitches on my end, so let's not get crazy anyway. Mr. Johnny, no, we, as far as I know, don't take Bitcoin deposits, unfortunately. I don't think any of the regulated US gaming sites do. All right, tens, we're facing the three bet. I'd like to get some money in the free roll, like, you know, let's. Trevor says if you launch in Ontario, you'd have 20x traffic. Ontario has a big player pool, absolutely. All right, so I got called in two places. It's not looking good. I don't even think I need to bet, to be honest. I'll just check fold. I mean, it's a pretty good betting hand. I don't think these games have been pretty soft, and I don't feel like I'm making people fold good stuff, so I'm actually just not going to bluff. Now I'm going to just kind of, I mean, this is kind of just protecting my hand. Phil Hellmuth in the chat. How's it going, Phil? Good to see you here. And just saw your tweet. I just responded. Yeah, this site is fun. I remember, like, it has a lot of similarities to Run It Once Rest of World, obviously, but made some new updates. Specific, I mean, one of the biggest being multi-table tournaments, which I'm excited to be playing on it. Short off poker. Thank you very much for the wishes of success. All good. I mean, I know that most people watching can't play here. It's in Pennsylvania only right now, but I still appreciate the support and really part of kind of supporting the what we're going for from a distance is all you can do, and it's appreciated for many of you. All right, 8-7 suited. Let's get in there. Yeah, Phil, I don't think we have ever talked in a YouTube chat. It's good to see you here. I try to. I mean, I see you on streams all the time, but you don't do a lot of personal streaming, right? I'll see about this with the backdoor flush draw. I don't have very high hopes for taking down the pot, but if they miss, they miss. I'm gonna go bet check bet. It's not a super believable line on this. Like, I think it's actually not believable at all. But what I'm hoping for is that he just has like basically sometimes people make a call on the flop with a hand hoping that they hit something, then they don't hit something by the river, so they fold. So that's just what I'm hoping for. A lot of people tend to not believe that line because if I had if I had a pocket pair on the turn or better, they'd expect me to bet to protect my hand and get some value. So it's not even like I'm repping anything. I'm just kind of hoping that player was not thinking on that level and didn't have a big hand. I shouldn't say thinking on that level. It's just like thinking along those lines. Check this down. I do want to add something. I do want to add a sit and go because it's a little bit slow in the free roll. And I think I'll just bring that back. Well, I guess we'll see if this starts. Yeah, I'll just bring this back if something interesting happens. Melvin Griffiths asking about the rate structure. Well, first of all, check the pin post for our rake plan, which is to give back all of it. That's what I'm hoping to do. But you can also in the help center you can find the rake level. So I'm going to try to find the link for you. Rob Desmond got a course bundle through on Halloween the other day, already fixing huge leaks. Awesome. Yeah, there were some very good deals going. It's still going on, Moonlight? I didn't know that. Thank you for shouting that out, Moonlight. I probably should know. Should have known that it's still going on. How much longer, Moonlight Master, for before Omaha Halloween promotion ends? All right, I'm going to open this. It would be nice to be suited to the ace, but can't pick your 4 cards every time, and it's good enough from the small blind. And here, I mean, this isn't really a value bet. It's not really a bluff. It's just like a let's clear up the equity. Kind of a protection play. Crazy Larry, I believe it is the real Phil Hellmuth. He was just tweeting at me from the real Phil Hellmuth account. Tens, six deuce too weak. 10 10 7 5, I'd certainly be playing. 10 10 5 4, even probably from the button there. Now, you guys are saying it's not the real Phil? I really thought it was because. So I got myself into a big pot in the free roll with ace king, and I don't really feel amazing about it, but I think I have the best hand. So it went. I really want to see what this person has, so I think I'm going to call, even though I'm going to lose. So the way this hand went out, I guess I don't have that much time. I raised a limp. Somebody min bet the flop. I made a big raise. I bet the turn heads up against him, and he check called turn and bet river, and I won. I've now doubled up in the free roll. Probably going to win it. This player's sitting out. This player's sitting out. Come get the free roll money. You don't have too much longer, but you have 49 minutes till registration closes. Okay, so I open under the gun, ace, queen, jack, deuce, suited to the ace. This is supposed to be a fold, but this person has played 100% of hands so far over a 9-hand sample, which, I mean, it's somewhat significant. It's not nothing. 9 out of 9 hands is hard to do. So with jack, deuce, I am going to peel here. Not my river. I think my hand's a little too strong to bluff. If I get checked too, I'll just try to show this down. Win against kings or some weird hand. 9-7. Okay, Jack 7, 10 queen. Not an unreasonable. I mean, it's too loose of a 3-bet for sure, but it's not maniacal. You know. Yeah, let's defend the big blind. Thanks. I mean, this is a pretty good bluffing hand, so I'm gonna bet turn and bet river. Got the jack and I've got a heart. Pretty good hand here with queen 7. I actually like I'm distracted, so I don't even know what happened pre-flop, which is means I'm playing terribly. But I'll peel this one. Here we're getting all in. Pretty good hands. Flipping ahead. Win. All right. I'm ready to win a sit and go. Moonlight Masters has 18 hours left for Omaha Halloween. And Phil Honey says we're filming high stakes at Omaha, PLO in Texas next week on Poker Go. Awesome. I love seeing. I mean, I love seeing PLO cash games televised. They're so much fun. They have been like PLO's been running a lot more. It's become much more popular with specifically. I mean, you know this, Phil, but like live private games. Um, they used to be mostly, or like they used to be very heavily weighted towards no limit. Now there's a fair bit of PLO being played. It's still plenty of no limit, but we love to see it. Bluff turn against this tiny bet. I mean, I usually lose, but I have 4-1, and any 9 calls the turn, maybe any queen. So I'm gonna just try. Yeah, not supposed to usually win when you make that call, but pot odds, pot odds, pot odds. Okay, well, Helmy says he texted me, and that is confirmed unless his phone is hacked too. So we do have the real Phil here. Confirming it's him. I appreciate you being here, Phil, and supporting the site. Um, I know you and BetRivers go way back. All right. Shove these deuces for 16 big blinds or so. Trip to meme says that I would have a read in 9 hands, which means a 1-hand sample. Yeah, I'm a little rusty on my everything. All right, but now we have okay. They've played 6 hands and they've played 4 out of 6. But you are absolutely correct that I've made a lot of mistakes so far. I'm trying to do a lot of things. I always feel like one tabling feels so slow and boring. Um, so I just add things, but I'm also talking to chat, and yeah, sometimes I take on a little bit too much. And if everybody gets a good laugh at me, then it's worth it. Let's check this one. Timing out everywhere. So yeah, I did make a read off full one hand sample. So Vivian has been loose passive so far. This hand, yeah, I mean, I should check most of my range here. King high boards in PLO really favor the cold caller because they just have so much king king in their range. You have to be very careful. Continuation betting on these. I could maybe kind of value protection bet the turn with the jack here, but I had 2 seconds left and I distracted myself by trying to talk strategy. And now, I mean, I think I probably have the best hand. So let's try to sneak in a little value. Nope. Value cut against ace seven. Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with that play, but it's definitely passive. Which kind of confirms the read that I have so far. Of, I mean, it's not really loose passive when you're playing heads up to be 75% VPIP. It's kind of normal. Although some of these hands were three-handed. And we'll fold. Phil says, yeah, the LA game with my friends is primarily PLO. We love double board bomb pots. You know, I haven't even played double board bomb pots. Um, I get asked a lot for strategy tips and double board bomb pots, and I just have no idea. They should be asking you. Um, but they sound fun. They sound really fun. I bet you play double board very well, Phil. That seems like it plays to your strengths. And like, yeah, I just sense that a lot of those people would misunderstand it. Yep. Yeah, I remember the SPAC. I mean, not everybody else knows, but obviously, since I've been heavily involved with BetRivers, he helped them with the SPAC, and I mean that helped get them here. Really. We'll peel a seven. I'm not thrilled about calling with this because this player's been fairly passive. Third pot. I'm just gonna fold. And I'm gonna shove suited hand. Okay, we are getting some shoves through at least. And we'll try for another one with ace four. G-force. Yeah, Moonlight Master is correct. We don't have I don't have any dates that I can share for other how do I want to play this? Do I just want to jam? Yeah, I might get a fold. Um dates for other jurisdictions, but the plan is to expand into um other regulated states that offer poker. Mm, I mean, probably I can shove any two profitably, but I think limp might work even better. Okay, I guess you win. Rip queen 5. All right, we'll just keep taking the blinds. That's the plan. Sure. Yeah, I guess I'll bet. Could wait for a turn and see what happens, but I don't know. This small ball has worked pretty well. I mean, I guess it's not small ball when I'm shoving pre-flop a decent amount, but just taking down pots is working pretty well. Shove ace jack. Jesse, good to see you in chat. Welcome. So this is probably not a shove in theory, but I think we're getting too many folds. So any two becomes a shove now that we're 5 big blinds deep. Against somebody who's folding too much, 5 big blinds deep, you can shove any two cards. Like if they're folding a decent amount, too much. More Hockey Card says, please have someone on Run Once to a double board video. They're a norm in most home games now. I wonder if we have Moonlight. Do you know if Run Once has a double board bomb pot video? Or maybe double board, not bomb pots. Okay, I'm sticking to the plan of shoving any two, although with 160 behind, I might get called. Well, by pocket jacks, I will. It's also going to hurt my credibility for future shoves. Double board strategy is so I'm not like I said, I haven't played it, but it's a split pot game, and split pot strategy tends to be tighter than what I meant to shove this. I thought I was checking the big blind. Tends to be tighter than most people would assume. I'm gonna check and see if I can bluff later. Although, shoot, this player's been pretty passive with good hands. This is really not credible. Let's try it. I have 9 high. Okay, good. Okay, here's a hand. And there's the pot. Yikes. Okay, we'll shove 8 high again. Or no, I had 6 high last time. This is stronger. Nope. All right, at some point, Vivian's going to realize that I'm shoving any two cards, except when I accidentally limp. Poker Night in America in the chat. Good to see you all. Okay. Okay. Ooh, it's a sweat. All right, we won. What are we going to win? 1 in for 5. We win. The longer it goes, the better. Okay, this is better than last time. 25, 5x. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So this hand, we've got a pretty big pot with ace king high. We don't really know what to do at this point, to be perfectly honest, because I was distracted. It went like limp, 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 limp. I made a huge raise, got called in 2 spots. I bet small, got called in 1 spot. And now we have a little over pot left on the turn jack, and I'm just going to check fold. It's a fun one. More Hockey Card says another PLO table open if you want to join. Yeah, poker is fun. Okay, we got people sitting at higher stakes PLO. Should I see if I can bust my roll? All right, there's one person sitting at 1K PLO. I'm going to sit with them at 1K PLO. Or, yeah, 1K PLO. So if somebody wants to sit at 1K PLO and bust my roll, I only have 2,500 in the account. So win 2 buy-ins and you got me. And I guess I'll also sit. What's going on at Hold'em? No, no big Hold'em games. Okay, the problem is this hyper turbo started very deep stack. I thought we were gonna get to get all in soon. Structure. I guess it only started 100 big blinds. It feels like more because of the chips. Wait, no. Yeah, it didn't start at 100 big blinds. It started deeper. Sure. Let's see what we flop. I really just want to get, how fast are these levels? I got a min raiser. I'll figure this out off screen. Okay, they're 3-minute levels, which was right in front of my face. You probably saw it. I mean, 12 to 1, 13, 14. Oh, like more than 12. Not that it matters much. Whatever. Let's hit the deuce of diamonds turn. Why not? Okay, there's somebody sitting at 500 no limit. I'll join that as well. So we'll see if we can get something high stakes going. Need one more player at 500 NL or 1K PLO. And we'll see if I can bust my roll tonight. Here's the raise to 800. This Gemma player knows what she's doing. Potentially beat me last hand. So pro tip, I would put I like to put colors on people. What tends to happen sometimes is when more players sit at the table, sometimes you will the stats will reset, or if players leave, the stats reset because they're filtered. Is that correct? I might be misremembering, to be honest, but can't hurt to color code them and just keep that. So you just have that information. These two players have been really passive. So the fact that this person's opening needs some strength. I mean, this hand's a fold, but it's like close enough that if you're up against somebody who's playing poorly, you can play it from the button against cutoff. But I mean, don't try that at home. Find the chat window. That's the question. Yeah. H Money saying Kentucky's moving towards it. Are they really? I feel like Connor, good to see you. Yeah, if I find Bob, I'll stack him. H Money, I would be a little surprised by Kentucky. I mean, maybe they sued Poker Stars for like, what was it, 2 billion or something, 700 million? I don't know. It was some huge amount, and they won. Um, I might be misremembering the details, but that was, I don't know, they didn't seem poker friendly. My wife's from Kentucky, so I was in the loop on what was going on. Meredith's been playing a ton of hands, more than half her hands, and raising more than half her hands. This is a really good hand to 3-bet anyway. Oh. Very bad flop from my hand. Here I raised up ace-7, and I mean, second pair top kicker is nice, but I don't know. I'm not trying to play a big pot. Here with 9s and 8s, I'm just going to check down and lose the pot. Potentially bluff on, actually, probably on a lot of runouts I would have bluffed, because you can very credibly rep something if you check back king, king 10 after 3-betting. But here I'm just going to fold with no spades, no nothing. Yeah, EKW is talking about in California, there is a lot of blocking from from tribal lobbyists, it seems. Bitcoin likes the look of the software. Thank you. There's some very talented designers on the team. I did not design any of it myself, but I did work with them closely. I shared my stream link on Twitter, and somebody responded, "This is the most important thing happening in Pennsylvania right now." Which is a joke because of the election. I keep oh, okay. I need to get a better lighting setup here on the road. I mean, it's fine, but I can get kind of perfectionist about the stream. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. We've got 500 NL running. So the tournament's gone away with free roll for now. It's some good luck wishes. Streaming and tweeting at the same time. I am a very advanced online poker player. Well, then hopefully you guys can't hear it, but so I'm staying at an Airbnb I checked in last night, and there is a chirping, like a smoke alarm chirp, and I cannot for the life of me pinpoint it. I've been There were like two really good leads that I had for different things it could be. There was a thermostat that had low battery, um, but then I replaced the batteries there and it didn't work. There was a 10-5 suited's close. Um, there was an alarm system setting that said chime on, and based on some context clues, I guessed the path, I guessed the alarm code and turned it off, but that wasn't it. And I've just been walking around the house. I mean, I actually got here and I've been really busy. This seems like a good three street bluffing hand. Uh, so like I haven't been able to investigate it more than a couple hours total. I've just been on calls and setting up for the stream and streaming, but yeah, no luck. So we just go kind of normal sizing and probably a big river sizing, two straight blockers and no hand. It actually might not even be good to have straight blockers here. So I kind of want him to have like 8-7, but Let's go for it. No clubs is good. Straight blockers are kind of good. And bravery is good. Having my avatar is not good. Me being on stream is not good. There are a lot of not good parts about it, but there we go. Flip it. We've been trying to Moonlight Master in the chat. It's helping me grab some hands for shorts. I've been very conscious that there haven't been many thrilling ones thus far. So here against cutoff limp, I'm going to raise out of the big blind. 4.5x seems like a reasonable size. Queen 7/7/5 double is not a playable hand from under the gun. Playable is maybe the wrong word. Anything's playable if you want it to be, but it's not a good hand. And we got a full table here at 500 NL, probably because I'm a whale. Take down flop, not bad. Just going to note that this player's limping. What color do I want to give somebody who's limping? Dun, dun, dun. I'll go with that for now. It's not the perfect. I have a very weird color coding system where I can't put the colors into words, but I just know what they mean. Raise, call, call. This is a little tempting to 3-bet, but it's just a little too weak. King 5 offsuit, a little too weak on the button, but against the limper, and I don't know. I'm going to go for it. Fold now. I'm all in the free roll with nines. I kind of just want it to be. This person has nines. And I think I'm going to lose. Whoops. Confirmed. All right, we're out of the free roll. That's a relief. Good game. I'm glad somebody else gets to win the free money. We got some people throwing out some kind words on Twitter now that I'm catching up on about the Katie, if you're still in chat, I appreciate it. About the rakeback plan that we're going for. So there's still two of us at 510 PLO. It looks like I missed some chat. Let me see if I can catch up. More hockey cards, please. Okay, you're in 500 NL. I will not take it easy on you. But my not taking it easy in no limit hold'em while talking to chat is I think you're gonna do just fine. Eric's asking if BetRivers hiring for poker team operations. Says, would love to work for this company. Awesome. I mean, I believe we're always hiring, but I actually don't know the best place to look. Let me see if I have any links handy for you. I think I don't. I'm going to ask somebody. I don't know why I didn't pot this. I'm distracted. Let's see if I can get you an answer while I'm still on stream. Um, oh wow, Moonlight, you did find some bomb pot videos on Run It Once. Thank you. And more hockey cards. Sorry, I was not looking at chat. Thank you for helping get this game going. H Money saying Kentucky opened sports betting online this summer. Horse racing has lobbied hard to be the only gambling industry there, but they lost to the sports books. Okay, I could see that. I mean, I know that obviously horse betting is lobbied hard. Horse betting has some very weird, like when every type of gambling was not legal, horse betting, online horse betting was. Supero. Well, I did bust the Supero. He said, Supero said, haha, Phil, I left the stream to get some food, and you said, I'm tired from travel, no tourneys. I come back, and you're in the free roll. Good luck. I'm not in the free roll anymore. PLO Pero asks, will the site ever work worldwide, as the most popular sites do? So we had Run It Once Poker worldwide, um, but it did not get the traffic that we needed to keep it going, and found this opportunity to work with BetRivers to bring it to the U.S. and make it succeed, and continue to do the cool things that we set out to do. There's no plan currently to get back kind of like worldwide, as BetRivers is mostly just in regulated. I mean, all in regulated markets, not mostly. H Money saying I can call the fire department non-emergency line and they'll come out and fix it for me. I mean, I feel like I must be able to figure. I'm going to figure out what it's coming from. I need to solve it. Oh, maybe could have called. No, no. Yeah, it's weird. The smoke detectors, I feel like, have no lights on them. They might just all be not working. But Sean, how about starting a poker-themed Airbnb property? I don't really know if my skills and my poker experience are gonna help that be successful. If I'm being honest with myself. So Eric, who asked about the rivers, here actually, I'll at you. I'm gonna send you an email address you can contact rather than say it out loud. But I mean, I guess it's on in the stream chat. But probably not many of you are applying for jobs at BetRivers, so it's probably okay. So you're saying, okay, you're saying in Vegas area, Enterprise Nevada allows. You're talking about they allow Airbnbs. They don't allow like to turn an Airbnb into a poker room. Okay, well, I'm playing like a nit here at 500 NL, which is embarrassing. It's only been 17 hands though. I'm not going to make it any better with 8-5 suited. Let's lay that down. there a top off option in cash games, Jamie? Yes, there is. I'm having some trouble with my computer with geolocation, and sometimes when I was trying to auto top up, it was screwing me up. So I turned it off. But yes, we do have auto top up here. Some decent action now. I'm happy to see. I mean, I hold them. We got 20 NL, 50 NL, 100 NL, 200 NL, and now 500 NL running. Just a couple tables on a few of them, but I mean, 4 tables at 100 NL is not bad for a Monday night. I mean, again, Meredith's been playing half her hands. So let's 3-bet with the ace jack. 10-4 double. I like Meredith. Let's find the perfect perfect emoji. Open ender, no pair. I'm going to check back. This is a nice type of hand to have on the, well, obviously it's nice to turn the nuts, but the queen and especially the 7 are cards that people are likely to bluff on. So it's nice to check back and hit those. Now, what's not nice is to check back and not hit them, have a flush draw turn that you don't have, and have to fold to 2/3 pot. But that's what's happening. Ooh, got me with the bluff. I mean, I wasn't going to win that pot though, unless I bet flop check turn. Ace jack offsuit. I can't tell. There's a limp and a raise and a call. I feel like I want to raise. Sensei asks if with the 10-5 of hearts bluff, is it also important to not have clubs? Yes. Not having clubs there is good. You're hoping your opponent has pair plus clubs or like gut shot plus clubs plus overcards. All right, so interesting one. This player has cold called and called again. Do you think it's just a weird SPR to start like to bet big? I think betting small. I think like checking, I don't know. I like checking and betting later. I don't exactly know why. Um, but it's just, you're up against a lot of pocket fours and stuff like that, which can fold the turn now. You're up against some ace queen. I mean, king queen I'm beating. I just think this kind of looks credible. All right, I lose. Meanwhile, on the left table, I mean, I'm not calling ace high, right? Check back. Yeah, no. I 3-bet. This is a good flop for me. I could just pot on this flop, and maybe that's the play, but I went with half pot. So I think it's a little bit of a, like, I don't want to necessarily announce that I have a hand I'm committed with. But here on the turn, SPR 1.5. I know that it's just one pair in PLO, but it's just like 8-3 deuce whiffs, like pre-flop ranges so much that you could just pot it in here with one pair. And the gut shot is back up. And usually get a fold, but sometimes get it in okay. Jay asks if I'm in Pennsylvania for this. Yes, I am. Justice asks, what was the idea with the policy of not being able to hold lobbies and needing 3 to create a table? Great question. It's really 2 questions. So we went with blind lobbies. I mean, first of all, the players are anonymous anyway, but we didn't want people to sit at a table for a little bit, decide that their table's no good, and go to another one until they find somebody that is essentially a whale. And so we went with blind lobby where we just seat you. If you try to leave and come back, it's going to seat you at the same table if it can. So there's no table hopping. It's just a bad experience for the other players when people are table hopping. And then starting with 3, we we toy around with the idea of having an option that you can start with two if you want to. The reason we start with three is that there are a lot of people who are not comfortable playing heads up, and we don't want to discourage them from table starting. And so if they're comfortable playing with three players, but they're not comfortable playing heads up, in this system, they can sit at an empty lobby and hope to start a game. Whereas if we allowed for them to start with two players, they would not sit in the first place and it'd be harder to get games going. But I do understand the flip side of that, which is that there could be heads up games that would run that we're preventing from running because the table won't start. So I think the best of both worlds is an option where the players can select that they want to start with two players if their opponent also wants to start with two players. Or we could do the flip side where the default is you always start with two, and somebody could select an option to start with three or wait till three before the table starts. Just clicked on Twitter. Bad beat. Doom got a yes. So the big blind stack view is actually first on our list of next up. Well, I shouldn't describe it that way. Hold on, let me find you the link. So we've got this. I'm posting it right below your comment. It'll be 2 minutes later by the time I'm talking about it. But this is a site, betrivers-poker.nolt.io, which allows you to vote for features for what's up next on the roadmap. And yeah, Big Blind View is planned and on its way. I'll play this out of the small blind. Mario's been slightly tight. I mean, similar stats to me. I could see bet range. I could check. Like you can do a lot of things on this board. I have a pretty checky hand, so I'm going to check. And call against a small bet. Against a big bet, I'd just be folding. Interesting. So can consider leading here. I'm going to check, and I might check raise. Paulo says I played day one of Rio Poker. Love the software. Thank you for supporting Rio Poker from the beginning, Paulo, and for the kind words. I'm going to check and decide if I want to check raise. I haven't yet decided. I mean, Mario's very credibly repping a hand like, I mean, really a flush, potentially queen, queen. I believe Mario. So the question is, do I want to bluff? Try to bluff Mario off of a flush. I don't love that I've been timing down. Yeah. So if you're playing against somebody at kind of like level 3 with timings, you can raise now after timing down because a lot of people shy away after timing down, but level 0 or 1, oh, okay. Mario on me. Nice hand. So the bluff would have worked. The bluff with the best hand would have worked. What I was going to say is, yeah, I shied away after the timing. Chris Lovett, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, supporting. Queens, we're going to call. It's not a three betting hand in this spot. Oh, we got some PLO games going too. All right. Thanks for picking up. I'm going to check call the turn with queens. And now we could small bet. I think like pot is too thin. Third pot seems okay. The tricks one. What a good looking software. Thank you. So we get raised. This is not super credible. Unless this player's being like, and if this player's really good in raising kings or aces, which would be a really good play. But I don't know. People tend to not do that very often. So I'm just gonna not buy it. I mean, it might be 4-5 or 3-3, but I don't know. I just kind of don't buy it. 3-3. Okay. Nice hand, nice hand. Iggy asks, in Mill and Hold'em, how are we exploitable if we don't have GTO board coverage? Can we survive in high stakes games with simple ranges? Depends what you mean by simple ranges. But here's what I would say. I think that when people ask me questions, I want to help them as much as possible. So I think by the way you frame that question, it's not clear to me what you mean, and I'm I assume that it might not be clear to you um, what exactly you mean, which would imply to me that going for like getting super advanced, like that, it would imply to me that you're not at a level to get super advanced. Um, and so high stakes games, if they are tough high stakes games, like public high stakes games, are while I'm playing 12% of hands. At least I get to play this one. Are probably going to be tough to beat. Um, if I'm, and I could be totally wrong, but this is my guess, just based on my intuition and my experience. Is that you're not at the level to beat them right now. Raise 3-bet. This guy 4 bets. He hasn't raised any hands. What happened last hand? Did he lose a hand recently? Did I? No. I mean, I'm just folding. Nice hands. Yeah, whatever. I was gonna say, oh no, but it's too late. So yeah, Iggy, I would say master some of the basics. Make sure you're winning in smaller games before you move up. Unless you're playing, I mean, if you're playing recreationally for fun, then by all means have fun. But I think that I think, unless I'm just misunderstanding the question, that you might be thinking about it incorrectly. That said, if I interpret the question as meaning, do you need to have, in a spot where a proper range says to raise Jack 10 74% of the time and fold it 26% of the time, do you need to do that, or can you just raise it every time? The answer is you could raise it every time, and nobody's going to be able to make that much of a read that they can exploit you based on that. Sneak in there. Face queen. 8-3. Let's go ahead and start trying to steal this pot. Made in Magics. Bonjour. Good to see you here. Thanks for being here. It's late in France. 2 a.m. Close. I'm close, right? Okay. So interesting flop here. Like we have a very good hand, but I would consider this more of a you can go either way. More of a pulling hand. Like let's keep stuff in and have it bet. I actually take this back. I think on the rainbow board I just have too much equity and I should probably bet. If there were a spade flush draw out here on the flop, then I think I should have. Then I think I was right to check. I'm going to go ahead and pot the turn and hope that he thinks I have queens or kings or some kind of draw. But I don't think sizing down here makes a ton of sense, especially blocking the ace. Like I'm trying to get called by sets and straights, not necessarily an ace, because I block it. Let's get a little wild. Three bet this hand. It's a little bit too loose, but it's not crazy. We've got position. Oh, David, I guess I just three bet you. Someone you're right in 20 kilo. Any chance we could play heads up while you're in town? I don't care if it's 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. anytime you want. To be a dream of mine, sir. Um, yeah, let's see if we can make it happen. Probably it'll be while I'm streaming. So we'll need to have a game breakdown to just us. Because as I was talking about earlier, they don't start three-handed. But if we can make it happen while I'm on stream, you got to let me know because I won't know who you are at the table. Yeah, it'd be fun. Check pot. Oh, man, right after this chat. I think you're bluffing. No, I don't. Do I? No, not enough. I mean, not enough to do anything about it with king high. Nice hand. Uh, Marcos, no, it's not available in other countries. We're just in Pennsylvania in the US right now. Jay Fardis says, good luck, Phil. Awesome site. Thank you. See, I don't do any staking. Gordon, no, so these are actually not real names. These are the opposite. So every table, if you check out the BetRivers Poker like help center and have them explain the features of table alias, but basically, in order to make sure, well, I talked about it for a long time and I'm getting tired, but at each new table that you join, you're going to have a new identity to everybody else at your table. So you can't be hunted down. People can't accumulate stats on you. People can't quit when you're not at the table and continue playing when you are at the table because they're not going to be able to identify you from table to table. So actually, these names are not real names. They are aliases that happen on a per table basis, hence the name table alias. Doom Gotta asks if I make somebody with a color like this green, does it stay with them forever? No, it only stays with them as long as you have the table relationship, which means, if I left this table for 2 hours and I came back, this player would have the same identity to me. I would have the same identity to them, and the color would still be there. But if I waited till the next day and played, that it would be gone. The color would be gone, and they'd have a different name and different stats. Pocket nines down to 11% VPIP until I get pocket pairs. And raise. He says there's a pretty, or Levi says there's a pretty spicy 100 PLO if you're interested. I like spicy games. No, I kind of want to see how spicy it is, but I also don't want a three table because we've done that so far on this stream at times, and it hasn't gone very well for any of us, really. I am, yeah, no problem, David. So I am planning to stream tomorrow. I'm curious if anyone thinks that's a bad idea because everybody's going to be watching the election results. What do you guys think? So I definitely don't have to. I'm here for a while. I'm not going to stream every single day. I'm going to pick and choose my days. But I figured because I just arrived today and tomorrow would make sense. Maybe I take tomorrow off. Get the setup fully ready to go. Maybe get an extra light. So the king of clubs is useful for bluffing here, but when four players see the flop, you just really need to up your standards for a semi-bluffing hand. Super, could I do any Galfond challenges live from Pennsylvania? I could. I don't have any planned for this trip. Galfond challenges are an extent. I mean, we could do a shorter one potentially, but in the past they've been 3-4 month. No, not 2 to 3 month ordeals, not 3 to 4. I think. I don't. I don't think I can do a 3 month Galfond challenge. I think my wife would leave me. Um, our traveling ability is different than it was back in. Um, well, it's funny to say back in 2020 because of the pandemic, but before that. So we get 3-bet with aces. I'm going to 4-bet. You should not slow play aces in this spot. Basically, ever at this stack depth at 100 big blinds. Deeper, sure. At 200 big blinds plus, maybe. Yeah. But I think what happens a lot of times is people will say he's praying. I'll wish him good luck. No, I don't want to rub it in on this flop, which is I just have all of it. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I will say good luck. Oh, that's a very unlucky for him. Very unlucky cooler. We can open this, I think, from the cutoff. Get three bet by the big blind. Seems like, I mean, a good player just based on the stats. I mean, it seems like a fold. I don't know. Seems like a fold. Oh, so the Galfond challenge. Yeah, I don't think I would do a full Galfond challenge, but we could do like an abbreviated, or I shouldn't say that. We could do a full one. It would just be, a couple weeks of intense play and not 25,000 hands. Maybe it's 8,000 hands or less. Resting Ogre asks, it's 10 off. How crazy people using Stockfish is an online chess where there's just imaginary elo points at stake. Are you worried about real time solvers now in online poker? Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, yes, real time solvers are a threat. On the other hand, they've been a threat um, for a long time. Bots have been a threat for a really long time. RTA has been a threat for a long time, and I don't think I've talked about this. I forget where I talked about this recently. It might have been on a stream about a year ago, a year and a half ago, maybe. I would have said that I was very optimistic about the future of online poker with regards to RTA because and bots because the bots have already gotten strategically like close to as good as they're going to get, at least from a GTO perspective. And so advancements in AI would just mean better detection. Sort of. That's way oversimplified, but that was kind of my stance. The advancements since then in just like general AI that we've all seen makes me a little bit more concerned. Not because I think that the AI is going to be uncatchable, but just because if it gets so cheap to have some kind of okay, it's pending. If it gets cheap enough to run, I mean, essentially cheating software, then even those sites I think can do a good job of detecting it and stopping it. It can become a game of whack-a-mole, and yeah, that would be unfortunate. So, to truth be told, I don't know. I know that sites take security very seriously, and I do know that bots have been around. I mean, 15 years, and even like bots that have been good enough to beat any human have been around. I don't know, 10 years. So it's not like a brand new thing, brand new threat. Um, a lot of them get caught, and there are not that many. I shouldn't say that. I don't know how many of them are out there, but at least the ones that operate at a high level. Um, I'll put it this way: games are certainly beatable still. And so while I don't know exactly how many people are using some form of you know assistance to play, it's not so many that the games are unbeatable. Okay, so David says, okay, I see some election takes. Or I mean, not election takes, but you know what I mean. Um, EKW says yes, stream needs something that's not the election. David Mendez living in Pennsylvania, so I'm exhausted with the election and the commercials. Let's play. I'm so exhausted with the commercials. I'm in Nevada, which is also um, swing state of sorts, and we're getting hit hard. I mean, everybody's getting hit hard with commercials and texts. Big E and EKW says yes, VPIP and PFR. So how many hands they played out of when they've had the opportunity, how many hands they've raised. Then if you hover, you can get three bet over there, which is 11%, and you can see how many hands this kind of refers to when you hover. So 58 hands on this player, Marcellus, and now 59 hands. Adam, yes, I am staying in Philly. My sister lives here, so I'm getting to see her a bit as well. Although they're keeping me busy here at BetRivers. Moonlight, yeah. Says many people watch the election and people will chat about it, but some will also simply want to watch poker instead. Super says classic PG, coolering, loyal customers. Yeah, sorry. Don't worry. I'm Actually, the problem is when I'm on stream, I feel actually it's not even that. The problem is I try too hard. Like I should get in this 20 PLO game and just splash around and not care. But it's A, that's hard for me to do. B, people watching sometimes are trying to learn, and I don't want to show them terrible habits. Okay, Iggy. So he says, "I'm." This is Iggy asked a question earlier. I'm a winning player, but don't play high stakes. My question is more related to with boards where we don't have a strong hand, they can make us fold a ton of equity and use big sizes. Yeah, so I mean, even GTO ranges are gonna struggle on certain boards, and then how? Excuse me, how it works in game theory optimal poker is some boards are just bad for you. Some turns and rivers are just bad for you, and then you still have to defend. If they're betting pot, you still have to defend close to half your range. If they're betting two times pot, you still have to defend close to a third of your range, etc. So you just kind of end up. It's okay. Like GTO ranges, when you open under the gun, you're not supposed to have nine deuce suited at any frequency. Um, So nine deuce deuce. I mean, yeah, you can have nine nine and deuce deuce. Basically, like there are certain hands you just don't play no matter what, and it's even though they would give you board coverage, they're just too weak, so you don't play them. And a three bet ace king 10-9 is a little bit loose. So then there are some boards like low card boards where you just don't in a lot of spots have good cards or like you don't connect with the board very hard. And then oftentimes your opponent doesn't either, but sometimes they do. And in those cases, the way it works in theory is you just pick your best hands and call down with them, even though you only beat bluffs. Interesting hand quality here. I'm going to bet it's a pretty good like bluffing hand across multiple streets potentially. Called by Irene, who doesn't have much behind. And now it's really interesting because there's a pot size bet left. And like, I mean, I'm just jamming. It's a weird, like, it's hard to get value here, but I don't want to allow a free card. And yeah, I mean, sometimes I run into a three, but what can I do with SPR1? So I gave some back. So he's again, he's continuing. I guess for turning river spot, where let's say we don't have nut straights, it's not going to be exploitable because they can. Okay, they can pressure us more only with straights and top sets. Um, so yeah, the way it works, I might not fully understand what you mean, but yeah, the way it works is, yeah, there are only so many additional hands they can put a lot of pressure on you with. And if they just put a lot of pressure on you with everything, then they're bluffing too much and you call down, you make a lot of money. Norman says, considering your previous Galfon challenge slow starts, probably better not to go for 8,000 hands. Yes, I agree. I'm more of a 20,000 or let's say like 12,000 to 20,000 hand player. That's when I shine. So Queen 9, I'm going to check this back, go for bet, check bet. Um, Seems a little too thin to get three streets and potentially can induce some bluffs. And we'll call and probably lose. Nope, we win. Got the bluff. Good bluff, by the way, from Oakley. Good quality bluff. Levi says, happy to get stacked versus PG for just $20. What a discount. That's the right way to look at it. A reframe. Adam giving some Philadelphia suggestions. I'll have to look back and I'll have to save that. Thank you. So we do get check raise. The question is, do we just want to put it in now or wait Um, I think we wait. It's possible that this player is bluffing, and in which case we want to keep in the bluffs. Tricky part is now if we face a pot size bet, it's like probably, probably doing fine against this range. The question is, do I want to let another card hit? It's just a weird sizing from Lillian. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused, to be honest. Trevor says these are not very American names on the right table. You're right. I think these Lillian is not happy with the river and is jamming. Oh no. I'm pretty confused by this line. I mean, I guess Jack 6 makes a ton of sense. Trying to keep in like the small sizing on the turn to keep in everything. I did have 9 outs against Jack 6. I'm gonna just believe you, Lillian. I believe you. Nice hand. Nice hand. Ace 10, let's 3-bet. Yeah, these are not very American names. We did, I guess probably we have the same database as we had of names that we had for Run It Once Poker. And we get cold 4-bet and ace 10 off, so it's going to hit the muck. It's towards the bottom of our range. Although Malik's been pretty aggressive. I am, as it's getting a little late here and I'm very worn out from travel, I'm going to wind down this stream now. A lot more streaming to come in future days over the next week and a half. I appreciate you all being here with me. And yeah, sharing your questions in chat, sharing your support for what we're trying to do here at BetRivers Poker with the unique approach to Rake, really trying to make online poker work. I love online poker. Like I think a lot of people think of me as a poker player, like all around, live and online. But really, I think of myself as an online poker player. Um, Online poker is what I love to play. It's where I've put most of my volume in. Yeah, I've played plenty of live poker, and for some years I've been mostly a live poker player. But really, I think of myself as an online poker player. And despite the fact that now I live in Las Vegas and I don't have a lot of online poker to play, and I'm not really playing much these days. I'm an online player through and through, and I love online poker. I want it to thrive, and I'm hopeful that what we're doing here, what the team and I are doing, is something that can really make an impact on that. At the end of the day, that's what I really want to do, is make an impact on online poker. So I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate the support. Let your friends know that what BetRivers is doing. Again, the link is pinned for our rake plan. We have 3 months to make it work, to prove it works. So we do have to act fast. And I think with your support, we can do it. That is all for me tonight. I may or may not be back tomorrow to play some poker and apparently talk about the election. And if not, it'll be the next day. But stay tuned. Check, subscribe here and check my Twitter, which is also right there, as I'll be announcing it then when I do go live. And you'll get notifications here on YouTube if you're subscribed. So thank you all. I will see you many more times this week and a little bit next week. Take care and good luck.